Hello, hello, hello. Hello again, hello again. If you cannot tell by the fact that my voice is not the same as it normally is, I am sick. Granted, I am better than I was yesterday and the day before, but I am still sick. And I am greatly annoyed by that fact because besides my headaches from my TBI, I can't remember the last time I got sick. It wasn't with a sinus infection or allergies, which I get chronically because prolonged allergies turns into sinus. It's a whole thing. I haven't been sick with a sickness in see, it's like 2025 right now. Years. Many, many, many years. It started Monday. I was feeling sniffly and I'm like, oh, it's just one of my bad allergy attacks. And then all of a sudden, around the midday, my throat started hurting. Hurting so badly. I could not keep my mouth shut, so I was drooling. It's gross. This is too much information, but I'm used to that, so you should be too. And then the pain was so bad, and the sniffling and the sneezing and the coughing and the pain, I don't think I've ever had that sore of a throat, and I don't think it's ever happened like that, where I am fine, and then I'm not, and then I'm like, please kill me, please. But then, do some home remedies, honey, tea, garlic, salt, water, gargles. Yep. But I'm still congested, and I'm still sick. There is no pain, though, except for my body aches, and my headache. Oh, and my sinuses are so inflamed right now from the cold or whatever that my teeth hurt. I can feel every single tooth in my face. Every single one. I've tried brushing. That does not help the pain. It does, temporarily, but not forever. And I really debated on doing this episode right now because I had meant to do one yesterday, today, tomorrow, and maybe Friday. No, this week was supposed to be a 3-4. So 3 and then 4 Let's Plays. That's not happening. Excuse me. My tea is coming back up to bite me in the film of Belch. Please send your sympathies and soup, all of the soup, because I am sick, and I am being a huge baby about it. I am not as big of a baby as I could be, mind you, but I'm being a baby. This sucks. A lot. Mostly sucks that I'm now super behind on work. I mean, I guess the part that I don't feel good also sucks, but like, I'm behind on work. The Virgo perfectionism in me is yelling at me. The Leo and the Aries rising and moon, they're like, at least you're alright still. I mean, for a sick person, you don't look terrible. I mean, a little bit. I can tell I look sick, but at least I am still slightly glamorous. Just a little bit. Now, if I put on a little makeup, I don't have the energy for that. And maybe not a t-shirt and sweatpants. I'd feel a little bit better, but at the same time, I barely had the energy to put this stuff on. I'm surprised I was able to plug in and hit record. Not really. As I said, today's better than yesterday, but whew, I am tired. My hands and feet feel really cold right now. And like, my body is definitely fighting the ever-living dog poo out of this. But woo. So behind on work. behind on recording, behind on daily life, I still have a party aftermath to clean up after, which, by the way, I hosted another Friendsgiving, and despite my self-doubt telling me that no one was going to show and it was going to be a horrible day, which, mind you, was not true. My self-doubt really loves screaming at me. The voice in my head that tells me I'm not worth anything. I can hear her now, actually. Wondering why I'm recording a podcast while sick and trying anything at all. But I'm in control of that bee. And as much as it wanted to sink me, and it did a few times over the weekend, I'm not gonna lie, all of my overthinking, all of my worrying, all of my problems with myself were non-existent. They didn't exist. They were all in my head. All in the story I was telling myself. People came. People had fun. The last guest actually came around like 7 or 8 o'clock, and we were watching a documentary, and it was a good day. It was a good day, a good weekend. A lot better than my mind was letting me prepare for. But, then I got sick, and I had planned on taking Monday to recover from the social gathering of socializing and, like, do chores. And that didn't go as planned. So I'm behind on chores and life work and work and just behind. But at the same time, am I? When was the last time I got sick with a sickness, forcing me to, I don't know, look at my health and my life? There's a few things that I noticed that I assume contributed to this. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have consumed a lot of sugar. Probably more sugar than protein, which for my body isn't good. Anybody's body, but right now, this is, the Digital Quill podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. Did I even do the intro? Am I seriously that brain fried at the moment? I'm only 8 minutes in, highly considering stop recording, replaying it back, and restarting. But on we go. I don't even know where I was, and it doesn't matter. The part I want to get to is this. Despite my brain wanting me to believe that I'm not worth hanging out with, that I am stupid, annoying, too much, life continues to prove my brain wrong. My choices continue to prove my brain wrong. Holy shit. I need to do one of those heat compresses on my sinuses because this is ridiculous. I hate this. You know that thing people talk about? Mostly women talk about it, and it's probably older generations of women. I don't know anyone my age that actually talks like this, but sorry, brain aches a little bit right here. And it's right here in a weird angle. I don't know, it's weird. I think it's congestion. But you know how women, you've probably heard your mom or your grandma or your aunt say this, but have you ever heard of the man flu? where a man gets sick and it's like the end of the world almost. I guess that's it. I've never personally experienced it. My dad wasn't that way. As a matter of fact, I'm like, besides the cancer, I don't think my dad got sick very often either. I have seen a few exes go through it, but that might be because of a different problem. But I guess, I don't know. Like, there's this thing called the man flu, alright? And men apparently experience it. Well, I have a variation of that. It is called the Mars flu. I am not a man, so I can't say it's the man flu, and I don't know if there's like a funny joke or slightly disrespectful way of saying that a woman has a flu, but the Mars flu. This is the Mars flu. It's probably a cold, but I am a giant baby. I have spent the last 11 minutes talking about sickness, and like 3 of those minutes talking about the Friendsgiving event I held. The reason I even brought the Friendsgiving up is because I want today to be about thanks and giving thanks, because tomorrow is a national holiday called Thanksgiving, and let's be transparent here about Thanksgiving. There's a lot of hate for it in a lot of different ways, starting with the history, and understandably so. The reason I like Thanksgiving as a concept is because the idea of people gathering together to share food and resources and bonding and music and games, like, even if you are completely different and have absolutely no other reason to hang out together any other time of the year or month or whatever, and it's just about the food and the music and the fact that the community or communities, varying communities, intersecting communities are hanging out. There's something so brilliant about that. Just think of it. You can't really be screaming at each other when you are shoveling your mouth full of food. You can't be angry when you have someone playing the guitar and everyone's dancing and clapping and singing. You can't be sad when you have turkey and stuffing in front of you. I mean, you probably can be. Maybe. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that. But you get what I'm saying here, right? Like, people coming together over food and joy and collaboration. That is why I like the concept of Thanksgiving barring something English wording that I probably will butcher with the way my sinuses are right now. Just coming together, like barring all differences and problems and issues and whatnot, and just eating together and telling stories together. Why don't we do more of that, people? I mean, I try to do that with game days and Friendsgiving, but why don't we do more of that, people? I'm looking at you. Yeah, you, right there. Which, if you're not on the video episode and you're only doing the audio only, that won't make sense. But hey, I am speaking to you. We need to do things like that again. Truly. Share food, share resources, share music and art. Why, T? Why do you make me belchy? It's the lack of food. I have not eaten anything since Monday. No? Yeah, I have not eaten anything since Monday. It's only been liquids. That's why my stomach is upset, and any weird body things, don't worry about it. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't, and I'm sorry. And I'm not teaching you about the body today. I'm teaching you about humanity and the human condition. And a kitty cat, come here. Come here. Please come here. Can I pick you up? Hi. Please start purring so you'll heal me. Or sit in the lap and be a lap cat. But you have a mission to go on, don't you? Yeah, you do. I miss my late cat. With a passion. She would randomly choose to sit in my lap, and I guess DJ does too. But Amber would do it a lot more often. Especially when I was playing games. Oh my god. I'd be sitting with my controller and my hands in my lap, and all of a sudden I just had this black fuzzball jump up into my lap, curl up in a ball, and sit there, and I'm like, okay, whatever, and go back to playing games. DJ is like a dog. She will jump into my lap, turn 3, 4, maybe 7 or 8 times, and then lay down in the exact spot that she landed in. Don't know how that makes any sense, but okay. And then she'll stay there, but like, she doesn't do it as often as I would like. Maybe now that it's colder out, she will. But she has a sister, so she can cuddle the I need to separate them. Or not. No, that's rude. That'd be rude. Teach the other one to also be a cuddler? Co-cuddlers? I don't know. But yes. I am very... It's not gonna sound like it. Apologies in advance, but thank you to those that wanted to come and couldn't. Thank you to those who did come. Thank you to those who didn't respond. I understand. Life is life. I will keep inviting you guys. Always. Especially if I remember it and I have the spoons and the space. Like... yeah. I know in a previous episode I talked about how eventually people will stop inviting you. I don't want to be the person that stops. I want there to be a seat at my table for the lonely and the sad and the scared. The people who need a safe place to come to because they're alone and scared and sad. I don't want to leave people out in the cold. Like... some people might caution me and be like, well, you want to be careful who has access to you and this, that, and the third. Yeah, you're right. You are right. You are absolutely right. You do want to be careful with who has access to you and your energy and your space and this, that, and the third. I'm never going to deny that. But if I have the emotional and physical and mental space to hold someone in my space, to host someone in my space who may be suffering, I will. That is the access for me. If I can handle it, not if they are a piece of garbo. Because it doesn't matter what they are. It doesn't matter who they are. They are a human being and they are hurting. Now, that bars the monster things, you know. We again, same conversation, different context. That isn't to say that the people who have crossed serious lines like murder and rape, those are very, very sealable lines into which, you know, you won't really have a seat there. But like, I don't know. It's hard to explain in so many words and with a sick brain at the moment. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I recommend listening to the other episodes of this show. Starting with the first half, the first 25, first 37. Where are you running to? Dying. Not actually dying, but I feel sick. I do not feel like I am 100% well. Please be well by tomorrow. I'm probably not contagious anymore, hopefully. As I said in a post somewhere, just feed me a plate, I will eat it outside. It'll be fine. I will quarantine myself outdoors. It will be fine. I want more turkey. The turkey I had on Friendsgiving that someone brought over was perfect. I need more turkey. Also, yeah, I need to stay away from sugar. No sugar must enter my body unless it's from fruit. And maybe fruit juices. Maybe. I had so much candy and cakes and pie. So much pie. I was weak and got a bag of marshmallows at Winco to prepare for the party. And I was like, these are all for me. But then as I was setting up the snacks for the party, I was like, I can't eat all of these by myself. So I mixed them in with the pretzels. It was an interesting combination that at least 2 people didn't agree with, but everyone else did, so it was chill. To my viewers, to my friends, to the digital Quill family, how different does my voice sound right now? Because to me, to myself, it sounds very different. Does it sound different to you? Can you tell that I'm sick? Fuck. I hope not. 'Cause shit. Oh man, there's like a tickle in my chest and I keep wanting to cough, but I feel like if I cough, it's just gonna hurt. Even though there's like no real reason for it to hurt, so I'm like keeping myself from coughing, but there's a tickle in my chest. Oh, why are you spreading? Please stop that. I love being sick so much. I can't wait until I'm sick again. Honestly, being sick right now, after not being like sick with anything but headaches for years, it's making me appreciate how healthy I've been. It's making me appreciate the fact that I haven't gotten sick. And yeah. Yep. I am so thankful that I have maintained my health for so long that this is the first time in years I am sick with a cold. I could have gotten a cold last year, maybe, or the year before, but it was not like this. Thankfulness and humanity. What are you thankful for? What is the smallest thing right now you could be thankful for? Right now, the smallest possible thing that I could be thankful for. I mean, there's a lot of things. Most of the big stuff is coming to mind first. Smallest possible thing. Being able to game and listen to music. Flaming Hot Chips by Lay's. Because they don't have Red 40 in them like Flaming Hot Cheetos does. And also, Flaming Hot Cheetos aren't as good as they were to me as when I was a kid. I don't know what happened there, but something happened there. Biggest possible things I'm thankful for. I would never consider the people in my life to be small, so they have to be big things. That includes you, by the way. The human watching and listening to this. I am thankful for you. Why? A lot of reasons. I am a far cry different now than I was 7 years ago. 3 years ago, even. And I keep trying to compare my present to my past. And the funny part about that is I have more people in my life now than I did 3 years ago. At least I recognize that I have more people in my life. I'm not doing everything alone as much as I think I am. I have friends now who tell me about their day a lot. And there was a time where no one told me about their day. I have friends who vent to me. And granted, I've had people vent to me throughout my life. But recognizable friends. Not just random humans that we occasionally chat with, which is fine. But as a social person, as someone who loves people, those slightly shallower connections, and we all have those, didn't leave me feeling like I had people in my corner. But that has changed. Somehow, some of that I wonder if that was like a mindset change, or if that was just an event change. Like, did I start reaching out again? I don't know. It's probably all of the above, truthfully. Thank you. Thank you for being in my corner. Thank you for listening to this show. Thank you for coming to my silly events and my stupid little game nights. Thank you for liking my stupid little TikToks. Reading my weird little words. Thank you for being you. There are a lot of you who are you. Some of you are still wearing some masks, and that's okay. I also am wearing a mask. Sometimes. It's okay. It's not a perfect science. You're not gonna get it right away every single time. That's part of life. And that's okay too. So thank you for trying, even when it feels like you are running through razor blades and then squeezing lemons with your feet. That is a horrible mental image that I just received, and let's not do that. Let's not run through razor blades and then squeeze lemons with our feet. Yeah, no, that sounds like it's gonna be painful. Oh man, my sickness is going to make me sleep. And now, the headache has progressed to over here. So it's like now the entire forehead and my temples and the back of my neck. Great. If this is another one of my TBI headaches, kind of like I'm suspicious of it being yesterday. I don't want a TBI headache episode on top of a sickness. If that happens, it's now lumberjack season, right? I'm gonna go find one that has murderous intent, and I'm gonna be like, right here. Just chop it all the way off. I've watched too many horror movies recently. Way too many horror movies recently. I recently watched Control Freak. And by the way, today's Wednesday, so it counts as Watch Wednesday. Control Freak took me a few days to watch. Sometimes I go through this period where I'm like, I want to watch movies, I want to watch shows, but then anytime I try to put something on, I won't pay attention at all, and I'll either have to continuously rewind to the point where I've rewatched the scene 400 times and it's implanted in my brain. Not 400 times, I think max is like 13. 20? But Control Freak, it is... Oh man, that was a creepy movie. Giving thanks though. I'm thankful for movies. Yeah. Thankful for movie productions. I'm not thankful for Hollywood. Hollywood can go Hollywood elsewhere. But I am thankful for the independent studios that don't do weird shit. Weird, creepy monster shit. There's like a difference between weird shit and weird monster shit. I think you know what I'm talking about. But Control Freak is a Hulu original. Rest in peace to Hulu eventually. Thanks, Disney. And it's about this motivational speaker. I'm going to give credit to the fact that the movie might have been a little too close to home hitting to why it was hard to watch, but also ADHD. Control Freak is about this motivational speaker lady who keeps scratching at an itch on the back of her head. It's a gross movie. If you can't handle gore on any level, don't watch it. If you can't handle insects, don't watch it. The Foley sounds make your skin crawl enough without the actual visuals. Does it end well? I think it does, actually. I don't know. I don't remember. That was days ago at this point. I think I finished it yesterday, actually. Maybe it was Monday. That's why I don't remember the ending. Monday. The heat of the sickness. The heart of the sickness. The head of the sickness. I don't know what phrase of pairings of words work there, but hey, it's fine. But if you like horror movies, especially on the more like psychosomatic or psychological horror, it's a good one. Okay, so without giving any spoilers away, because I'm not going to talk about the context of the actual movie itself, I'm going to talk about the psychology of the movie. There are certain ways in art that we can portray certain things. When you are dealing with mental health or your brain and like rewriting voices and tapes in your head, right? It can feel heavy, like a shadow. Sometimes these mental problems can manifest as physical realities. I'm not going to say much more, because if I do, I'll end up giving away at least a little bit of Control Freak, and I don't want to do that. Also, if you want to watch it ad-free, because Disney Plus is like this, it's also available on Disney Plus. I think, unlike Hulu, Disney, like, I think even with Paramount, actually, you'll watch some trailers at the beginning, or like not trailers, but commercials or ads or whatever. And then Oh, stomach is sour. I'm probably gonna get sick to my stomach again today, but it's gonna be because of this. The appetite went away. Barely, but oh god, I might be dealing with two different things at the moment. Hell. I have been taking a lot more showers every day, so that's a plus side of being sick. I should probably take another one, just because. Depression can't let me have this season. And actually, seasonal depression be damned. Experiences are helping that. Stretch. Why am I so cold? There's no reason to be cold. I don't remember where I was. I don't think it matters. Thank you, excuse me, for tuning into this show and for listening to my ramblings about thankfulness and events and psychology and movies and other random nonsense. I have so many emails to respond to and comments to respond to, and the amount of spoons I have at the moment might be exactly one. So with that being said, and the fact that my brain is losing speed, the CPU inside my mind is like, pew. I hope you have a great day. And I think I'll be recording tomorrow. We shall see. If not, you will see me next week for sure. And yeah. Sorry, by the way, for missing the Minecraft Live Monday. I was sick. And I still have to vacuum this exact spot up. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being human. Thank you for watching the show, and thank you for you. You are great. You are great. Where's that from? Anyway, see you next time, Digital Quill fam. Hopefully, excuse me, under better circumstances. And less sick. Interesting. I definitely have too much sugar in my body. Time to burn it off through sickness, because if I try to lift weights right now, my body will destroy me. I can tell. Sitting up is a lot right now. Goodbye.